Mason Hamid, and I'm a field reporter with the McCollin Think Tank Group number 3. Today I'm going to be discussing the history of Al-Shabaab and a little bit of background information of how they formed. Al-Shabaab is a Somali Islamic militant group based in rural parts of southern Somalia. The term Al-Shabaab translates to the youth or the youngsters in the Arabic language. Today, the group has over 5,000 soldiers, with most of them being under the age of 18. Al-Shabaab first emerged as a radical youth militant wing group of the Somalia Islamic Court Union. The Islamic Court Union was a loose formation of Islamic judicial systems that managed to restore some sort of civil order in Somalia after many years of violent anarchy. In a 2007 briefing written by the Chapman Group, the courts were said to have achieved the unthinkable by uniting Mogadishu, which is the capital of Somalia, for the first time in 16 years and reestablishing peace and security. However, the Islamic Court Union did not sit well with the United States. The U.S. were worried that the courts will allow for Somalia to become a safe haven for al-Qaeda operatives. With approval from the U.S., Ethiopia invaded Somalia in 2006. They ended up splintering the Islamic Court Union. While moderates went into exile, militants formed Al-Shabaab terrorist group. Although Ethiopian forces defeated the Islamic Court Union with the help of the Somalian government in a 2-week war between December 2006 and January 2007, Al-Shabaab continued their violent insurgency in southern and central Somalia. Although Al-Shabaab is recognized as a separate group from Al-Qaeda, the two groups have strong ties. Many leaders of Al-Shabaab are believed to have been trained by Al-Qaeda insurgents. In 2012, Al-Shabaab announced their former merger with Al-Qaeda group via Al-Shabaab's Twitter page. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Bryce Jones, and I am a field reporter for the think tank group McCollin, and our discussion topic is on Al-Shabaab in Somalia. My job is to inform you on the current attacks and events that Al-Shabaab has been correlated with in Somalia. Al-Shabaab's most current reported attack was on November 19th on a Somali police station, which resulted in the deaths of 12. 6 Somali police officers, 4 Djiboutian soldiers, 2 civilians, and 2 Al-Shabaab attackers. The main goal for this attack and attacks like these is to eventually overturn the Somali government in order to establish a Wahhabi Islamic state inside Somalia. In response to this attack, Somalia's president Hassan Sheikh Mohammed said Tuesday, "I say this was a stupid attack because our enemies need to understand that these attacks do nothing to advance their cause, however misguided. We are making great progress while our enemies are on the back foot and reduced to sporadic and self-defeating attacks with no regard to life." Although Al-Shabaab is fighting the Somali government, it has launched attacks in other countries as well. It has a relationship with Al-Qaeda that goes back several years, and since the current Navy SEAL raid on an Al-Shabaab compound, which took place on October 4th, to capture an Al-Shabaab leader who is expected to be in charge of the Westgate Mall attack in Nairobi, Kenya, Al-Shabaab has threatened to commit an attack on the United States.
My name is Michael Falzone, and I'm a field reporter for the think tank group Foreign Affairs Reporters, aka Team FAR. I will be discussing the current and past members of the infamous militant group known as Al-Shabaab, as well as their motives. Al-Shabaab's ongoing objective have been to overthrow the Somali Transitional Federal Government that is supported by the African Union and other Western nations. They would like to establish a Wahhabi-driven Islamic state in Somalia, which is one of the most conservative ideologies of all Muslim sects. Ahmed Abdi Godane, one of the original founders of the group, is a senior leader in Al-Shabaab currently, and according to the group's statements, he is identified as the Emir, which is the highest position. Godane rejects nationalist goals in the clan system. Godane has pledged allegiance to Osama bin Laden and praised other prominent Al-Qaeda operatives. He has also vowed that his group will launch a direct attack against the United States. Another prominent Al-Shabaab member, American Omar Hamami, released a video to online forums on January 9, 2013, attacking Godane's leadership and accusing him of persecuting foreign fighters. This is just one example of the constant internal quarrel that is occurring within this group. On May 1st, 2008, one of the leaders and founders, Aiden Aro, was amongst several militants killed in a U.S. airstrike. This led to the entire Al-Shabaab group to declare war on all Westerners, international organizations, and people who support both causes. This militant group needs to be dealt with immediately in regards to foreign policy. Al-Shabaab's motives have proven to be relentless as they have taken innocent lives so easily. This group has been detrimental to the prosperity of East African countries and needs to be dealt with accordingly in regards to international law, as they have threatened the safety of the entire Western world.
I'm Patrick Dettinger, and I'm a group member of Group McAllen discussing the socioeconomic stability and security of Somalia. Somalia is an incredibly unstable region. Civil war has been raging for 20 years with no clear sign of slowing. The region is unstable because there has been no central government in 20 years. There have only been many divisions of groups, such as Al-Shabaab, that have taken over parts of the country. These groups have broken up further into clans and sub-clans, creating no clear system of government since all communities run their own area and take care of their group only. This leads to the inability of outside governments to redevelop the socioeconomic status of the country and create a safer environment in the process. An approach to stabilizing Somalia that focuses on either security or development will not work. Therefore, the solution that makes sense is to create a mass community project that focuses on both stability and development. The Danish Demining Group and the Danish Refugee Council work together and combine their approaches of community safety programs and community recovery and development programs, respectively. Danish Refugee Council focuses on humanitarian assistance and socioeconomic development, while Danish Demining Group focuses on helping communities become safer and resisting negative pressure. These programs work from bottom up inside communities and are tailored to the express needs of that community, so that these communities can focus on safety practices only relevant to them. These practices include the safe handling of ammunition and weapons and community support and cooperation of the police. In helping develop the community, the groups listen to the community's specific needs. Then, they help rebuild local infrastructure and support the democracy in order to create independence for that community. These integrated ways of developing individual Somalian communities has
Hi, my name is Jordan Murray, and I am a member of the think tank McAllen, formerly known as the Foreign Affairs Reporters. In this video, I will be presenting the solutions and recommendations of the think tank. The country of Somalia has been in conflict for 22 years. One of the main problems is that there is not a functioning and legitimate national government. Before a government can be established in Somalia, the country needs to be stabilized. The main security threats come from piracy based off the country's coast and the radical group Al-Shabaab. The civil war tore the country apart and has damaged the relationship between clans, making collaboration another obstacle. Our first recommendation is that when international aid is being implemented, that local individuals are educated on how to run and maintain any programs or organizations that are being established. One of the motivations for this recommendation is the increasing security risk that Westerners are posing by working in Somalia. The second reason is so that the Somalians feel like they are contributing to the reconstruction of their country and that they are empowered to see the reconstruction through once international interaction declines. Our final recommendation is for international aid to begin to focus on establishing local programs that strengthen and unite the local communities. A proposed idea for a type of local program is a community watch program. The purpose of this Community Watch program is to introduce a functioning and structured system while empowering the people with the responsibility and reliability of their community's safety. We believe that this recommendation serves as a model for the future that we hope Somalia assumes in the near future, a structured country that is confident in their own security.